The video where I showed how to make AI horror shorts went crazy. And honestly, the response told me one thing. You guys don't just want short stories, but also cinematic long-form horror videos too. So I decided to take it a step further. This time, we're creating full AI horror animations that look studio level, but still only take a few hours, not weeks. Horror animations. Specifically, channels like Horror Shorts Party, almost 1.5 million subs, 1.2 million views in the past 7 days, and pulling anywhere from 8,000 to 20,000 plus monthly. And here's the part that made me actually dive into this myself. You don't need to be an animator. You don't need years of experience. You don't even need fancy software. I spent the last 2 weeks reverse engineering these channels, testing every AI tool they're using, building the system from scratch to see if it actually works. It does. So in this video, I'm walking you through the exact process I use to create horror animations that look like they came from a professional studio. Look, I've been building faceless channels for years now. Some worked, most didn't at first. But horror animation? This is different. Because combining storytelling with animation has always had an audience. Always. This isn't some trend that's gonna die in 3 months. People have been consuming horror content for decades, and right now, the barrier to entry is lower than it's ever been because of AI tools. I used to believe this whole YouTube thing was impossible until I started working behind some of the biggest faces on the platform. That's when it clicked. These people were making real money, and none of it was rocket science. I took what I learned, built my own channels, tracked every metric, and figured out what actually works and what doesn't. What I'm showing you today is the same system I've used to build channels that consistently pull millions of views. Before we jump in, this is a snippet of what the final animation looks like. Full cinematic horror story, AI-generated, professional quality. And at the end of this video, you'll watch the complete version so you can see exactly what this system produces. All right, let's begin. First step, you need story ideas people actually want to watch. Horror content spans a wide range, but our goal is finding angles that haven't been explored to death yet. So here's what I do. I've built out a prompt system specifically for generating unique horror story ideas. Prompt doc is in the description. Open it, copy the instructions from the title prompt section, then go to ChatGPT or whatever AI you prefer. Paste the prompt, hit enter. You can specify which genre you prefer, or just keep it broad, and insert horror stories like I did. Instantly, you'll get 10 story ideas. You can fully customize these prompts to fit your style. The key is volume. Generate enough ideas that you can pick the best ones and build a content calendar around them. Now pick one idea and move to the next step. Before we move to scripting, next step is finding out which thumbnail concept you'll be using. Look at your competitors' most recent videos. Find which title and idea is similar to yours that's doing well. Grab their thumbnail. Save it. We'll be using it later. Make sure you stay until the end. We'll finalize our thumbnail, and it's by far our most important step in this process. Now, let's move to the script. Retention lives or dies on your script. It's what makes 1K view videos turn into 500K ones. When people click on a horror video, they're expecting mystery, suspense, real fear. You need to deliver that through your storytelling. So go back to the doc file, copy the script prompt section, paste it into ChatGPT. Then, above your prompt, paste the title and idea you're using for your video. For example, I picked idea number 6, pasted it in, hit enter. ChatGPT will ask which tone you want to mimic from your competitors. I picked option A, the creepypasta structure. It immediately generated my horror story script based on their style. For this example, I kept it at just one short horror story around 60 seconds playback, but your script will be much longer. At the end, it asks if you need more or the rest of your stories. Just request it. ChatGPT will create additional stories effortlessly. Now here's my recommendation. Read through the generated stories yourself. Add your own creative touches. Make the narrative more unique, because the difference between good and great is in those small details AI can't think of. That's how you build something that feels human and not robotic. We'll set the script aside for a second so we can generate our images. Now we're at the stage where everything starts coming together visually. First, we create the images. Then we turn them into animations that will captivate the audience. For this niche, we're making 2D images and animations. So, the first thing we need are the images to represent our scenes. Go back to the doc file, copy the image prompt section, paste them into ChatGPT where you produced your script. ChatGPT starts generating character descriptions and visual prompts for your story. As you can see, it creates 20 prompts for images and characters. If you need more, just request additional prompts and it'll generate new ones. Good rule of thumb, every 60 seconds you'll need around 10 to 15 images. Now to create the actual images, go to Google and search for ImageFX. Click ImageFX and select Enter the tool. Go back and copy the first prompt, then paste it. Select YouTube size, click Generate. Within seconds, your images are ready. Then go back to the doc or wherever your generated image prompts are. Copy the next prompt, paste it into Whisk, and generate the next set of images. The prompts are carefully detailed, so the images come out with high quality. Repeat this process until you have images for all of your scenes. Now that our images are ready, it's time to turn them into animations. Go to the doc file, copy the prompt section, paste it into ChatGPT. ChatGPT creates high-quality video prompts, so well prepared, you don't even need to worry about sound effects or additional visual effects. Next, go back to Whisk. Select the image you want. Click Animate. Paste the video prompt that was generated for that specific scene and hit Generate. After around 30 seconds, boom, first animation sequence is ready. Looks highly professional and polished. For the second sequence, repeat the same process. Select the best image, copy the prompt, paste it, generate. Continue this process for all sequences until every scene has been transformed into animation. Now, you don't have to add animations to every single one of your images. I left some unanimated since we'll be adding movement to the images in the editing process. So, while the rest of our video animations are being produced, let's work on the voice. I'll be using 11 Labs for this. Click text-to-speech, then select voice. Personally, I recommend Callum for the voice. It carries the right tone and atmosphere for this niche. Then go back to your doc or wherever you placed your script, copy the script, paste it into 11 Labs. Format the script cleanly and click Generate. Within moments, your voiceover is ready. Download it. Now let's go back to Whisk. All of our videos and images should be done. Download all of the images and videos you want included in your final video. All right, our video production is almost complete. Now it's time for final editing. I used the desktop version of CapCut for this. Click Create Project. Import all the video sequences we created along with the voiceover. First, add the voiceover to the timeline. Callum talks slowly, so what I did is up the speed of the audio to 1.1 times. If there are any long pauses, remove them, but be careful not to mess up the main audio. Once the pauses are removed, place all the videos and images on the timeline and synchronize them with the voiceover. Continue this carefully until every sequence matches the narration perfectly. Now let's add keyframes to all of our sequences. This is very simple. Just click on the visual, go to aspect ratio, and there should be a diamond shape. Adjust the ratio to 104, press the diamond, and do it again on the right side of the visual, and adjust the ratio to around 120. Then right-click the keyframe and add ease in or ease out. Then do the same for the rest of the visuals. Now it's time for transitions. I use the fade in and fade out transition to create smooth, natural movements between sequences. Apply this transition consistently throughout the video. Preview the video, analyze, and see if there is anything to fix. Once everything is ready, head over to the top right and export the video. We're almost done with the entire process. All that's left is finalizing our packaging, specifically our thumbnail. We should have our competitor's thumbnail that we saved. All you want to do is visually break down what the thumbnail looks like. Or instead, you can do what I did. I'm using this GPT model I created for my members. This GPT breaks thumbnails down into literal data. This is what I use to reverse engineer virality. It decodes color psychology, layout, text placement, everything into a brick of JSON. Then all that's left is pasting it back into ChatGPT where you created your script, and ChatGPT will personalize the JSON to match your title and video concept. Now just take that newly personalized JSO and paste it under the best styled image that Whisk created for you. And boom! In just 5 minutes, if that, we literally created a proven thumbnail. Members inside Creator OS get full access to this GPT model, plus all the other workflow resources. First link in the description if you want it. And look, I get it. This probably seems like a lot of steps in creating a video that may or may not get more than 100 views. But here's the thing, your first video might take you 4 hours, maybe 5. But the second one takes 3 hours. The third one, 2 hours. By video 10, you've built a system that runs on almost zero effort. Everything will be pretty much second nature. Because the key to success on YouTube isn't one viral video, it's consistency, showing up. So, if you're serious about growth and building something that lasts, that's exactly what we focus on inside Creator OS. People exactly like you, who are actually creating channels, testing systems, and sharing what works. First link in the description or pinned comment if that sounds like where you need to be. If not, no worries. Also, the video isn't over yet. The animation we created is about to play, so stick around and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.